CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We bring you tonight in... Now it's ended out.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the three. Jordan finds KD. Shot on the wing, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got the first basket of the game for Brooklyn. And both these teams rely on low post offense doors in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time?
Harris's shot is off. And here's Portland. Here's Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Harden against Powell. And the shot is long. Covington kicks to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by, Irving kicks to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power. And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Powell. Passes it to Lillard. From 18 feet away, and he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here is Harden. Irving dishes to Harris. 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Brooklyn, Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Brown comes in for James Harden. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Joe Harris.
Come get it, come get it.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. That's tipped. Here's Luwawu, covered by Anthony. Griffin dishes to Brown. The 7-footer falls.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now here's McCollum. That one goes. Count it.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
The Nets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Now Dinwiddie. Pass to Griffin. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Collins passes to Cantor. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's all knotted up.
Well, the touch that Enes Kanter presents is really terrific. Unbelievable scoring inside.
It's all tied in Portland. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but deep.
I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Green, also out there, Joe Harris, and it's Brown in at the two-guard position. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
There's the pass to Cantor. Here's Lillard. Dinwiddie covering. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Count it. Cantor's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Griffin's checked in for Green. And Luwawu subbed in for Harris. Trailblazers leading by 3 and out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
McCollum finds Anthony. Back to McCollum. Anthony right side. Up and in on the layup. Anthony's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
This offense just continues to impress.
Pass to Griffin. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Inside. And Griffin sends it back. Collins against Dinwiddie. Outside for Griffin. Brown outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that 3, the more the floor opens up.
Irving passes to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Covington gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead. Harden against Powell. And Harden with the stuff.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
It's Powell on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 6. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Harden against Lillard. Pass to Powell from outside the arc. A shot off that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
They've got Powell. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Lillard in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
He's perfect from the line this time.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Outside Jordan. On the wing, Irving. Harris outside. On the wing, Irving. Covered by Lillard. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now here's Powell. To the inside, Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
You give Kyrie a good look at the rim. It doesn't matter how far back he is from the line.
Lillard, bounce pass. The tray doesn't go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Harden the pass to Durant. Shoots over Covington. Kicks it out to Harden. Let's keep it alive. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Kevin Durant.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. For the tie, drains the three-pointer. Irving's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
The pass to Lillard. There's the three. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 12.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Irving for 3. Here's Jordan. Shoots over Covington. The wide open look for Durant. Hits the front of the rim and out.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
McCollum outside.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
1:30 left in the third quarter. KD, that's for 2. The step-back jumper is good. KD's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Pass to Covington. Back to McCollum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Collins checked in for Portland. 1:06 left here in the third quarter. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Down low. Stolen away. And here's McCollum for 3. But they'll get another chance. Here's Collins. And Griffin sends it back. Back to McCollum. Launches it. They get the rebound.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
27 seconds left in the third. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. So both teams making some changes here. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Portland leading by 7. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Lillard with it. 12 points for him. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, the shot missing. And Harden launches it from deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
This guy has such quality length for his position. Robert Covington able to match up against any offensive player.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the 2. Lillard fires away from way outside. But they recover it. Beyond the arc. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Challenging this D with the free ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Anthony's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland. Irving against Lillard. Powell with the steal. Lillard outside. And another 3 for Portland. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
it. You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Now, here's Lillard. Harden missing his last shot. From deep. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harden the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. Again, the miss by Harden.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Lillard looking around. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Passes it to Powell. There's the triple. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here's Portland. Big stretch here going 10-2. Lillard fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 23.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Harden gets the bucket.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Powell, no one around him, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. In the corner, Irving with it. Wide open look. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And a deep three from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Shoots the three. Harden, no good. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Now here's Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the... Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for Portland, Nurkic is out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the shooting guard. Now here is Holiday trying to get open as Lopez. The shot by Holiday, no good.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
It's Powell on the wing. Fires for 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Now, Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Now here is Holiday. 3-pointer. They get it back.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Nails the 16-footer.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Holiday with the 3. Holiday with another miss. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. The pass to Nurkic. 3-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Holiday with the 3. Again, Holiday missing.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Passes to Lillard. And here's Nurkic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo.
And you know what? The double team there, that quick hitter threw him for a loop there and forced the turnover.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 6. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Powell finds Lillard. From deep. A rebound by the Bucks. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. Giannis inside. Covered by Hollis-Jefferson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Holiday with the 3, and Cantor pulls it down.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now here's Jones. McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Cantor.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The wide open look here for Holiday. That 3 off the mark.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Here's Simons. McCollum outside. Here's Anthony. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Good on the three-point shot. Holiday's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Milwaukee.
That's a beautiful shot there for Drew. Defenses have to account for Drew Holiday out there behind the arc.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Holiday in at the point. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Outside Holiday. Again, Holiday missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Simons surveying the D. Cantor dishes to Powell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Here's the three. Drops in the tray. Holiday's got 9 points.
First 3 of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Now here's Powell. To the inside. It's deflected. Out to Anthony. Pass to Cantor. Portland needs to get off a shot. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. And the Trailblazers lead by 6. Outside Holiday. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Powell for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
I feel like Melo has always been a guy who doesn't mind hanging around down low, knocking guys around a little bit, and getting great second chance opportunities.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
The pass to Anthony. Now here's Powell. Not a lot of room. Passes it to Simons. Kicks it to Anthony. Down low. A second chance effort. Collins passes to Cantor with 1 on the clock, and Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Holiday looking for an opening. They get it back. That shot off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Simons. Pass to Cantor. He kicks to Powell. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Portis. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Cantor against Portis. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. It's Powell on the wing. And too long on the shot. And so we wrap up the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6. And that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Jrue Holiday getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard from deep three-point range, and that one is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And that one's good by Lopez.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And he gets it to go.
Well, off the bounce, we know he's good, but off of the kickouts, he can still get it done. That one rings true.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And here's McCollum following the 3 from Jrue Holiday. McCollum finds Lillard. Covington in the corner. Back to Lillard from the arc. And Middleton with the block.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. The Bucks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And good that time.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Outside Holiday. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Holiday with the 3. It's good from long range. Holiday's got 21 in the game. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree. Portland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Back to Lillard. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Outside Holiday. Another miss by Holiday.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
Now, here's Lillard. 14 points for him. The 3-ball. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
Holiday with the 3, and again the Bucks miss.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Pass to Powell. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Covington kicks to Powell. He dishes it to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Will it go? It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Drew Holiday.
Well, nice three-point shot there. You just knew Holiday wanted to even the score.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so it's Damian Lillard making the... In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. Now here is Holiday after Enes Kanter's miss. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 7 rebounds in the game. McCollum outside. Offline with his 3. Bucks trail by 7. Outside Holiday. But he stays with it.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
McCollum dishes to Kanter. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Kanter kicks to Anthony. Over Middleton. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Outside Holiday. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now the pass to McCollum. Fires the 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Holiday. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Stolen by Middleton. For the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Great quickness on the pull-up from Middleton, cashing in on that opportunity.
Trailblazers leading by 3. McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. Portland again missing.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
Great positioning on the putback. Portis has got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Now here's McCollum. Back to Collins. And the layup falls.
How about Collins getting a big-time opportunity there?
Outside Holiday. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Damian Lillard's checked in for Anfernee Simon. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Lillard, the Vasta Canner. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. Over Holiday. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Bucks trail by 3. To tie it up. Rebounded by McCollum.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Shot by Collins, no good. The Bucks shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. Middleton outside. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. McCollum outside. Lillard outside. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Lopez is checked in from past the arc. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Lillard against Holiday. Inside, Hollis Jefferson. DiVincenzo against McCollum. Outside, Covington. Back to McCollum. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Yes!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Jackson in at the point. And for Portland, Ande Hollis Jefferson out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 2. Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. The 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Oh, he found the open space for mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
The offensive rebound. Goes back up. And Zubac puts it in.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Puts it up from 15. He can't get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. No one near him. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Now here's Lillard. That one goes in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
George with the ball. Pass to Ibaka. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. 4-point game. Lillard against George. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Passes it to Covington. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. He can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. Jackson looking it over. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard attacking outside Covington. Three-pointer. The rebound by Paul George.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now, here's Lillard. Launches a three. Portland again missing.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Leonard kicks to Jackson. The three from George. That shot is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table. And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Leonard kicks to Zubats. Jackson passes to Zubats. Here's Ibaka. Zubats trying to break loose. Shots good by Ibaka.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Jackson against Lillard. Looking to get it going, and it's good on the layup. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Outside Jackson. And there's the pass to Zubats. Here's George, defended by Jones. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's Lillard. Takes the three. Wow. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead. Heading. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Collins. Cohen is out there with Powell. Then it's Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the center, locking down the middle. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Feeds to Cantor. That shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Here's McCollum. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got his first points in this one. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Kennard on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Morris hits the three-point bomb. Morris has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Ande Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Collins. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 11. Man with the rebound.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Cantor pulls it down. Batum with the steal. In the corner, Kennard with it. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. This one for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Collins checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Outside for Batum. Back to Morris. Batum scanning the floor. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 9. Cousins pulls it in.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Bucket is good.
That's just years of experience coming into play. Batum's aggressiveness and basketball savvy, I mean, it puts defenders in difficult spots.
Simons, the pass to Powell. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot 2s. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or 3s. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Kicks it out to Covington. Lillard attacking.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Clippers leading by 12. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And that's back-to-back 3s. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Lillard way outside. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets them quick.
Here's Beverly from 12 feet out. Misses off the left iron. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. And so it's Los Angeles enjoying a... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. And that'll...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Trailblazers trail by 12. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on George. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Can't do a lot to stop Lillard. He's amazing at absorbing contact on these drives.
Jackson dishes to George. Lets it go from deep. And the Clippers miss again.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Now here's Covington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 2. That's a 2 from Lillard. And that one hits back iron.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Hey, yo, get Lillard. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Collins checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Bowles checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And George gets it to go.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Stolen by George. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. There's the steal. Ibaka finds George. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 9 points for Paul George.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
It's off his leg, and it's being called a kickball. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum left side. He feeds it to Kanter. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Cousins.
And the defensive Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Beverly against McCollum. Passes to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Batum. The 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Batum against Cantor. Batum passes to Morris. And the pass to Cousins. Over Anthony. No good from Cousins. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Collins. Good work defensively by Morris. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Ball's knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Beverly the pass to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers shooting only 21% from the field so far. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. McCollum, Cantor. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Here's Beverly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Enes Kanter. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Derek Jones is out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass.
You can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over you.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. From downtown, the putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
For the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Collins comes in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Morris is checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
And George kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubats from 11 feet away. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard dishes to Collins. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Whistle blows past, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Throws it up high. Zubac, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Here's Jackson. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Outside, George. Leonard on the wing, covered by Anthony. Fires top of the key. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 13. And here's McCollum for three. Offensive rebound. Cantor kicks to Lillard. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And the basket by Lillard. Los Angeles leading by 12. Leonard on the wing. There's the dish to George. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Leonard with the steal. Down low. Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for George.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
Pass to Morris. Outside Leonard. George trying to break free. Another shot. Kicks it out to Leonard. Floats it up for Cousins.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Three-pointer, Lillard up again, and Covington stays with it.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Morris. He dishes it to Beverly. And he's good on the three ball.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And looking at the Nets, Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Lillard way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And here are the Blazers. Here's Hollis-Jefferson, and it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Well, to me, this is what Hollis-Jefferson does very well. This guy, a phenomenal dunker with the ups he has.
Indoors with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench, and if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
But how about the persistence from Hollis-Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Outside Irving. Back to Harden. And he could not get that one to go. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Robert Covington.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
In the corner, Powell with it. Offensive rebound. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Powell kicks to Lillard. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. From deep. Hollis Jefferson. Great positioning on the putback.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here. And their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
Harden left side. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Harden's got his second basket.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. He kicks it to Lillard. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stop.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Pass to Powell. Dishes it to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell for three. The rebound by the Nets.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Nurkic with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. So for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. KD finds Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Harris has got 6 points.
Catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris' specialty? I think it is.
McCollum against Dinwiddie. Now here's McCollum. He's covered closely. Fires the three. He's off on that one. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Portland out in front. They lead by... Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Kanter throws it down.
Well, a 7-footer showing how easy it can be. Enes Kanter, aggressive.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. He feeds it to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Simon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Simons has got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Simons surveying the D. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
And Portland making a change here. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Zach Collins. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Jones. 6 to shoot. Jordan kicks to Johnson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And then for the Trailblazers, McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. McCollum finds Lillard. Outside Covington. Here's McCollum. The rebound by Harden. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Here's Durant. Second shot opportunity, and the shot goes down.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Lillard outside. 1:14 left in the first half of basketball. Nets trail by 7. Shoots off the step back. KD's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Some of that is about the chemistry that Rondae Hollis-Jefferson has with his teammates, right? It's infectious when you share the basketball.
Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. Pass to Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's KD. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Lillard with it. He's got 6. Five to shoot. McCollum outside. The putback, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. And he doesn't get talked about that. And that's a...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Trailblazers leading by 7. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's KD in at the 4 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got the first field goal the second half for the Nets.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Powell dishes to Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Lillard against Irving. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 8.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative.
Oh, my goodness!
Wow.
What a play!
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
The pass to Powell. To the inside. Durant with the steal. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Portland leading by 3. Now, here's Lillard. 8 points for him. It's rebounded by Durant.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Here's Harden. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard, the pass to Powell. With the tip, it's good on the putback. He's got 12.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Powell against Irving. Gets the bucket and the foul. Robert Covington picked one up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown is checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
Irving can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Irving. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Brown finds Dinwiddie. Back to Brown. Here's Claxton. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Claxton's got his first points of the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Here's the 3. Again, McCollum missing.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Pass to Simons. With a step back. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. 1:14 left in the third. Here's Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. Luwawu's shot is off.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. The dish to Cantor. Lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for Enes Kanter.
Well, this guy is a skilled scorer from that area. Once Enes Kanter gets a little bit of position, he's good.
Passes it to Claxton. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Harden in for Bruce Brown. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Zach Collins. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Harden inside the three-point line. Here's Claxton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Now Powell. No points in the game yet for him. And it's off the back rim. No good. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 4. 2K. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Enes Kanter. Collins is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Jones in at the two-guard spot.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Dinwiddie against Jones. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
That's what you call filling the lane to perfection. Anthony with the quick-hitting bucket.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. They trail by 7. Durant in the corner over Collins. And KD the bucket on the assist by Harden.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Back to Jones. McCollum dishes to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Green. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And then for the Trailblazers, Ande Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Collins. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Derek Jones. Here's Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
So for the Nets, Kevin Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Here's the lob to Lillard. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Harris outside. Inside. Griffin passes to Harden. And no good. Good D by McCollum.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Covington kicks to McCollum. Portland no good that time either.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Harden, no good.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And it's Lillard missing.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Durant, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the basket by McCollum.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it's Lillard missing. Nets trail by 7. KD passes to Harris. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. Lillard surveying the D. On deep. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
Moving against Lillard. And here's Cantor. Shot clock at 6. And there's the feed to Lillard. Takes the 3. And the 3-ball is good.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
From deep three-point range, again the miss by Lillard.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
So the Trailblazers win it. And in the win, a comfortable win in what...
Scoring nearly.
That's a look at our setting tonight.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, home in the paint. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position.
And don't forget about Drew Holiday. He's got some ups, more than capable of getting up there to the rim.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard dishes to McCollum, beyond the arc.
You got it. Come on.
Milwaukee with the rebound. Middleton looking it over. Covington against Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Lillard against Holiday. Goes up from the top of the key. And that one's good. Lillard.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Outside Holiday. And they pick up 2.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Covington. And here's McCollum for 3. Lillard against Holiday. Fires from the line. Another shot. And Nurkic lays it in.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Outside Holiday. Here's the teardrop. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. It's good on the putback. It's all knotted up.
Got to put a body on Nurk. Just too big down low.
Holiday with it. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Powell for 3. Giannis grabs the miss.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence.
Oh!
Yeah. I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Portland again with the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Holiday up top, covered by Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot that time not on target. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard from deep three-point land. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's DiVincenzo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 3. Holiday attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holiday's got his second basket of the game.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard, taken away by Holiday. Fast break, Milwaukee. Right side, Antetokounmpo. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. DiVincenzo can't hit it. They're running. Lillard from outside. That one misses. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks lead by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Teague. E.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the 2.
Now that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Bucks. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. There's the lob to Portis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Little. Pass to Cantor. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
Teague, the pass to Nora. And he lays it straight in. Nora's got his first 2 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Simons. Teague covering. And here's Anthony from the arc.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Forbes kicks to Teague. A 3-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 6. Simons, the pass to Jones. To the inside. Cantor. Can't connect from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Portis can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Outside Teague. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
No hesitation from Teague. Saw a seam and took it, finding a way to nail the shot.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Kicks to Little. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players. Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Portland again missing.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target. Holiday's got the lead up to 9 now for Milwaukee.
Now, Drew Holiday can make enough threes to make your defense nervous.
Lillard finds Covington. To the paint. Foul for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 9. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. Lillard against Holiday. Shot to stop the run, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Holiday looking for an opening. Giannis outside. No good that time. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Here's Antetokounmpo, and again, it's Milwaukee converting. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Lillard against Holiday. There's the lob at the Kumbo, and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And here's McCollum for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 5 now.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
Outside Holiday. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Back to Lillard, and stolen by DiVincenzo. And it's the Bucks on the break. And that one drops. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Lillard against Holiday. The pass to McCollum. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Giannis inside. Covington's there. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 6 in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Lillard from deep three-point land. A rebound by the Bucks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And here they go. And Giannis throws it down.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
And it's McCollum off the drive, and the basket is good. He's got 7.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Lillard misses.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Feeds it to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
54 seconds left to play here in the third. Now here is Holiday. 11 points in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
I don't know if Drew Holiday's an underrated player, but he certainly is underappreciated with the way he can go at you as a two-way guy. He can score, and he can also guard positions 1 through 4.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Jones subbed in for Damian Lillard. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Teague, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And here is Teague. Inside, it's tipped. Powell with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Here's Connaughton, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Well, good work from Jeff Teague to get himself in terrific position to help alter that look.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Collins. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for McCullough. And Jones sends it back. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Offensive rebound. Kanter kicks to Powell. Tries yet again. That shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way. DiVincenzo with it. Jones covering. And the And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now DiVincenzo. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Canner. Outside, Jones. Passes to Simons. To the left side wing. Clock at 4. Jones dishes to Cantor. Not going to go that time. Bucks leading by 15. Launches a 3. Up again. The rebound by Simons. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
DiVincenzo with it. Over Jones. And again, the Bucks miss. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Simons. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Forbes. Nailed from three-point land. Forbes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Simons. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Simons. Now here's Powell. And another shot. And the layup is good.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Bucks leading by 12. And now we've got the intentional foul. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. And here we go. Basket good.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Here is Forbes. 1:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Middleton for 3, and it's Portland with the rebound. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up from outside the arc. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. The lead now cut to single digits.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Forbes dishes to Tucker. He kicks it to Middleton. Back to Tucker. Middleton outside. 6 to shoot. Portis trying to free himself. Middleton can't get it to go. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Connaughton passes to Tucker. Middleton for 3. Rebounded by McCollum. Lillard way outside. Can't connect from long distance. And so the Bucks take the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The bright lights and tall buildings of the starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Baca is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now here's Powell. Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target from three-point range. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Jackson passes to George. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
George, that's a two-pointer.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
And he commits the intentional foul. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Covington.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Jackson. Pass to George. Back to Jackson. 5 to shoot. And George kicks to Leonard.
And that's just terrific positioning on his part to get that board. I mean, he might not have the size, but his basketball IQ and feel is off the charts.
Lillard again missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Lillard back to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, the 7-footer showing how easy it can be. Enes Kanter, aggressive.
Now here's Jackson. To the paint. Here's Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already, he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Stolen by Jackson. The finish. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
It's Powell on the wing. There's the pass to Covington. Lillard from outside. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Jackson. Here's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lobs it up for Ibaka. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And Ibaka can really get up on these lob attempts. Great at finishing strong when he's near the rim.
Here is Lillard. He's got 5. Covington in the corner. The tray. The putback. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, that's a...
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top. They're up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. On the wing, Morris. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. Kennard's shot is off. Portland trailing here. McCollum outside. Here's Simons. Defended by Beverly. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Beverly dishes to Cousins. That shot misses. Great D that time from Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. Goes back up. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Dishes it to Cousins. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And there it is for them.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He dishes it to McCollum. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Now here's Beverly. Defense is right there. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Again, McCollum missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Batum. Anthony with the defensive effort.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, the quickness of Hollis Jefferson, boy, just beats everyone up the floor and finishes on the fast break opportunity.
Pass to Cousins. Makes it off the glass. Cousins has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Well, even though Cousins has increased his range over the years, you still love when he imposes his will on the inside.
McCollum outside. The three. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And Cousins gets it to go.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
McCollum up top. Good work there as it goes. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Beverly with the ball. Kennard on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Cousins finds Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Fades away. And the wide open shot from Morris. Misses the three. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Can't hit the step back jump shot. Clippers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
That's what you call leaving no doubt. Anthony responds emphatically.
The Clippers trail. Now Beverly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
What you have to love about Patrick Beverly is the long road to the NBA and his commitment to getting there. Think about this, guys. 3 different European leagues before he signs with the Rockets. I don't know how you can't appreciate that kind of work ethic.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Baca comes in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. It's all tied here. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. They've got Collins. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in at the center position. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Excellent D there from George.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Good on the bucket. George has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. 2 free throws come. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Great open look there. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Back to Lillard. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now, here's George. 14 points for him. And he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Lillard attacking. Drops it in from 11 feet. 10 points for him.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. That one, no good. And it's Portland the other way.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Leonard. He gets it in there. Leonard's got his first basket.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. So, for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
George, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside for George. Right side, Leonard. And it's good. 2 points.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Nurkic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Oh, Leonard in position. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Trailblazers trail by 5. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Kicks it out to McCollum. Now the dish to Anthony. Portland moving the ball over. McCollum against Kennard. And the rejection by Cousins.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
And they go to the intentional foul for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Morris. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Powell, no one around him. No good with the triple. That's a 2 from Kennard. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Baca is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the small forward. Beverly dishes to Batum. And the call, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
The pass to Kennard. The shot will not fall. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Passes it to Cousins. Back to Beverly, over Lillard. Tries again. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Collins. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McCollum. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
George looking around. Pass to Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And guys, they did a better job of getting good looks inside in that first half. More of their shots now coming from the perimeter.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Lillard. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
In the corner, George with it. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Pass to McCollum. The 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Jackson passes to George. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Anthony. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. It's a 1-point game.
You love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. George dishes to Leonard. He lobs it up. Takes it to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Now the pass to Ibaka. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. From deep, George knocks down the trifecta.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Frames it from downtown.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Lillard against Jackson. The three from George. And the rebound by Nurkic. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
McCollum outside. The feed to Lillard. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
From 13, it's good!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the game. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.